Hey everybody, it's me, Coco. Look at his little penis. Isn't it cute? You've been asking for him. Here he is. Anyway, uh, how we doing, people? Hope everything is good on your end here. Just a quick. First of all, can you hear me? I'm always having a problem with this thing. It says you can. Anyway, crazy day in this market, extremely volatile. As I am doing this, the market did give up all its gains from earlier. We're in the negative right now. In fact, everything is lower right now. Crude oil, I think, is the driver today. 10-year yield, did come down a little bit. Bond yields dropping. Who's buying the debt? You know better than me. The relative strength of the dollar is weaker. Gold and silver aren't doing too much. Crypto's under a little pressure right now. That's the story. That's where we stand today. Um, what are we going to do about it? Well, everything that we've been doing about it. We're not going to change what we're doing. Mitch, thank you. You know, uh, it's so simple for you and me. You want to see Coco again? Here he is. For me, you, and Coco. Yes, I let him kiss me on the mouth. I don't care if people think it's gross. I've put worse things in and around my mouth, unfortunately, but that's just the way it is. Look at him. Isn't he like just so chill? He's so mellow. You want to see his little penis again? There it is. Yes, this is a trader's market. As a matter of fact, I am happy you brought that up because those of you, and I hope it's every single one of you here that subscribe to my newsletter free, I literally just prior to this, thank you, Melanie, just put out a brand new intraday trading system. Pay attention to it. It works. You should make at least, if you're using that right, 5% per day on your overall bankroll. So you do the math. It could be pretty big. Thank you, Joey. So anyway, look, I'm not saying everyone should jump into this market and trade it. You got to know what you're doing here. You're swimming with sharks, okay? And they want your cash as much as you want their cash, and no one's going to give this up willingly. You understand? So you got to be better than the next guy. You got to look for these opportunities, get in and out. This system is it's incredibly accurate, but you got to set up your sell the nanosecond you set up the buy. Anyway, go check out your newsletter, everyone, and you'll see it there. Did the 10-year just spike? Look, I wouldn't doubt it around here. I don't think, look, we have a major problem here. And that is this global debt market is a freaking time bomb. Duh. I think we're clear on that. Even Coco knows that. He's just laying here. Anyway, so look, central banks are either going to do one or two things. Let's all of us here come up with the most likely thing they're going to do. Either they're going to let this thing melt down right now. And they could do that today if they just let the bond market go wild. I mean, there's no price discovery here. Imagine, look, what we have is central banks gone wild. We have a debt market itself, which has no bearing on reality. I mean, markets are supposed to have buyers and sellers. Am I correct? Can we establish that? You have buyers on one side, sellers on the other side, and somewhere in the middle, they establish a fair value. Okay. And this goes for any asset on the planet you want to talk about. That's how it works. Now, when you have the main buyer here of global debt as central banks, and they're buying it all to keep rates suppressed, how can anything be real? How can the price action of anything be real? You understand what I'm talking about? It can't be real. This is the fantasy land, la la land that we all freaking live in here under the rulership of this freaking public enemy number one central bank. They got to go. They got to go. People, let me explain this to you. You and me, all of you right here, it looks like this, 429 of you, we are the freaking resistance. We are the people here who want to see this whole freak show change. I mean, I'm starting to sweat just thinking about it. It's the truth. What do I always say? It's astonishing to me that you got these talking heads here on the mainstream channels blabbing away, reading bullshit scripts. Thank you, the easiest one. Reading, just not informing people at all as to what is going on. Sure, they're going to push the fake news, the propaganda, the distractions, the deceptions. That's in full swing here. I doubt even hardly 10% of you, maybe, watch the mainstream media because I hate it. I sit there and I watch this stuff and I'm like, how can they pay these people enough to lie and to distract and to, look here, don't look over here. Yeah, let's not focus on the debt market driver nor anything else. Let's look at the Dow 30. Are you kidding me? You kidding me? But that's where we're at. This is where we're freaking at, people. It's so it makes me want to vomit all over my freaking desk, which I did clean up. It's not such. I do have my NHRA sticker here. I got my National Dragster over there. Oh, people, I don't know what to tell you. Hey, how many of you remember this little guy? You remember Prince? That's me and my boy right there. You remember him? I loved him so much. And when he died, it wrecked me. It ripped my heart out. Thank you, Dan. It's so hard to lose a pet. I think the bonds that people have with their animals are just it's the same to me as if like you lose a family member. Honestly, it really is, or a close friend. It's very difficult to deal with. Anyway, yeah, rest in peace, Prince. God. Anyway, let's not talk about Prince, or I will start freaking breaking down right here before all of you. What I want to do now, yeah, animals are honest. I want to thank you, CB Housley. I want to go over things with all of you, questions that you might have. Let me answer one here that I've been getting a lot of lately. Okay. As all of you know, I am a shareholder in JEPI. All right. This thing pays a nice monthly dividend here. It's been outperforming the S&P 500 by a large margin. And the question I get from people is, okay, Greg, when the meltdown occurs, is it going to bring down JEPI? Yes, of course it will. Of course, when you're in the market, first of all, you're in the market whether you want to be or not, whether you're transacting in dollars or you're whatever you're doing, you're in the market, okay? Buying food, buying energy, you're a participant in this. You can't escape it. But if you're in, let's say you own any asset here or an exchange traded fund or a company in an environment where it's getting sucked down the toilet bowl because we're getting a meltdown in the debt market, well, of course you're gonna take a hit there. But I am hopeful, okay, that we are going to see the signs here. Johnny D, thank you. Yeah. Reality check in the market. Look, markets are volatile. Let's see. Crude oil isn't playing today. It doesn't want to play nice. 10-year yield, although stable, there's still a problem here in the debt market. It's illiquid. We all know that. And, this issue with the dollar, they're going to kill it. Anyway, going back to what I was talking about. So if you're in this market on the long end, of course you're taking a risk. But I believe that you and I, because we have the MMRI, Mannarino Market Risk Indicator, again, free to you, free to everybody who wants it, on my website, traderschoice.net, second page, or link down below. We're going to know when to get out of here, okay? Risk is very high. According to the MMRI, high risk, above 300, extreme risk. We know where the lines in the sand are, people. They have revealed their hand to us. We know this. 250 is the first line in the sand. 300 is an extreme line in the sand. You remember Nick the Pig, Oink Man? They floated that thing out. And I also think it was Mary Daly they floated out. They talk about how the Fed's going to buy more and the Fed whisper, oh, yeah, he hears everything. It's too insane. But anyway, that's where we are with regard to that whole thing. So I hope that answered the questions of you. It should make sense. If you're long this market, of course, there's risk, okay? There's risk of doing things. There's risk of not doing things. All right, let me see here. Yeah, the Fed whisperer. What a piece of shit, dog shit, freaking Nick the Pig. Nick the Pig is if the Fed whisperer. Nick, if you're out here, dude, I'm sorry. I don't have much respect for you. At penny stocks, I don't do penny stocks, people. And I believe you get what you pay for. If a stock generally, okay, let me just say this. Generally speaking, if a stock is priced high, it's because it's worth something. If something, I'm not saying that you can't make money in penny stocks. I just don't look at them. I don't pay attention to them. That's just my thing. I like to trade. Well, first of all, I trade one thing. I trade ticker SPY. And again, I am in and out of these. I was in and out of three trades today. Three trades today. On each one, maybe 3-4% on each trade. And if you do this throughout the day, speaking of that, let me just have a look at something. If you do this several times a day, you could make pretty much obscene amounts of money. You got to be quick. Like I said, you enter a position and you immediately set up a sell. Paula, wow, thank you. Look at that cute little thing over there. Anyway, where's Neil Cash and Carry? I can't even speak thinking about that man. Whatever it is, he's another thing over there. They're all things. I really wonder if, well, first of all, what does being human mean? It means having a human quality, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that your body is in the form of a human being. If you are not normal on the head here, then you're not human in my view. And these things, and they're all things, including Yellen. Doesn't this look like Janet Yellen? I did this yesterday. Imagine like me having white hair in a bowl cut. Just imagine. Watch. She looks like me. Yeah. Oh, she was on that whole temporary transitory train too. You remember that? Didn't work out so well. Now did it? Unbelievable, people. You can't make this stuff up. It's unfreaking believable. You can't do it. I'm freaking sweating here. I got Coco. I'm petting him. I'll show you one more time before I go. I kept forgetting to bring him out. Anyway, yeah, this Neil guy, what Neil there is hoping to obviously become the Fed chair at one point. I wouldn't doubt if he does become the Fed chair at one point. I think they have Brainard. She's another one over there. Anyway, vying for that position, vying for power. I think these people really are the spawn of the devil. I really believe that. They right now, the Fed is going out of its way to kill the economy. And they can't reveal the truth. How do you kill an economy? Here's the question I think you know the answer to. How do you kill an economy? You kill an economy by killing the consumer. Fantastic. Then you got Bidenstein. The money. Thank the easiest one. I appreciate that. Hemp as a commodity. Interesting. Yeah, why not? It's a commodity. Sure. I can't see why you wouldn't want to invest in that. But look, you got Mummy Man out there trying to tell you how great everything is. Meanwhile, at the same time, he's got his Federal Reserve because, you see, here's another thing you're not supposed to know. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But I'm going to let you know a little secret here. The Federal Reserve chairperson, could be Yellenstein, okay, serves at the pleasure of the president. The president of the United States can oust whoever's sitting there whenever they want to because they serve at the pleasure of the president. You understand? I think you get it here. At least I hope so. You have no idea how much this stuff gets to me. You really don't. I'm telling you, one day I'm going to have a freaking meltdown. I'm going to vapor lock right here on maybe on live camera here. Oh, anyway, Yellenstein is you see, Lord Humongous. Yes, my friend, you've been with me for a while, and she is exactly what you see. But if I say that, I get picked. Greg, why are you picking on a nice old lady? A nice old lady? Really? Honestly, how many of you out here think that Janet Yellen Stein, okay, because she's a human stain, is a nice old lady and she has your best interest in mind? Do you believe that? Do you believe that Yellen Stein has your interest in mind? Friggin' any of these freaks have your best interest in mind? Thank you, Dumb Money Media. Probably did I Twitter space a less right now. Getting all in this. Love all you guys and girls too. Jake's Custom Parts. There is no such thing, Jake. Thank you, but there's no such thing as junk silver. None. It shouldn't be. Look, silver is silver. Okay, whether it's a percentage of a whole or it's pure, it's a percentage. There's no such thing. Hoard this stuff. Bet against the debt. Become your own central bank. Do any of you here believe for a nanosecond that central banks are not going to continue to inflate, despite the fact that you can see their balance sheet dropping? Oh yes, go to their website. You can see it for yourself. You're going to be kidding me. You're going to be kidding me. I told you, people. No, we are having a victory. I believe you. Lord Humongous, again, you've been with me a long freaking time. And yes, we are. We're winning. We look. These are these freaking fighter jets screaming over my house a lot lately. Anyway, look. Let them play their game. We're gonna play our game. Okay, if we know their game, they're gonna inflate. Global debt. Where do you think global debt is going? Is it going lower? Is global debt going to drop anytime soon? No. What are central banks doing? They're diluting. They're inflating the money supply, and that dilutes the purchasing power of each bill. It robs. How does a dollar or any fiat currency gain value when it's released or printed or added to a digital screen by a central bank, whatever currency is being issued? How does it become worth what it is? Let's talk about the dollar, for example. Okay, when the Fed creates a dollar, either adds it digits to a screen or actually prints it, it's not automatically worth the dollar. It has to steal a fraction of 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 purchasing power from every other existing bill in existence. That's how it works. So when the Fed adds to that overall money pool, it sucks the purchasing power out of it. Why do you think? They're creating reasons to throw cash over here, over there. That's the system. It's debt-based. You all know this better than anybody on the freaking planet. And they're killing their currencies by design, people. No one knows this better than you either. Honestly, yes, pitchforks. These things, they got to be taken out. They are the enemy, man. You want who the enemy is? It's central banks. It's not each other. They want us to believe that we are each other's enemies because of political affiliation, skin color, religions, sexual orientation. If you love dogs or cats, let's ex Coco. Do you believe that? I know you do. Look. I don't think he cares at all. North Star, thank you. Oh, anyway, that's the story, people. What else? What more can we say here? I don't know. I really just don't know. Coco is the GOAT. I love this little guy. He's so good. He's so good. You know, when I adopted this little guy, I adopted him the day after Prince died. So sad. And I feel like, honestly, I know that I'm probably insane, and I think most of you know I am. But I feel like, because it was really hard for me when I lost Prince, and I knew he was going to go because he was getting so sick. But I feel like he was a gift from him, because everything Prince was, so is he. It's like, it's an incredible thing, really. I love animals. And I tell you, you know who I fear? You know who I fear more than anybody? People who hate animals. Okay, if people that go out there and abuse their animals, they should all be. That's what they should be. Okay, people that abuse children, people that abuse animals, we don't need them. We don't freaking need them. I think all of you would agree with me on that. All right, people, look, this is getting awfully long, and I love being here with you. I really, really do. 786 of you watching this right now. That's pretty good. I'm happy it's catching on. Tell more people about these live streams. Let's try to get these bigger. Get people out here. I fear dentists. Yeah, I can understand that. I love that. J. Kim Peters, thank you. Oh, look at that cute thing. That's adorable. 815. That's 815 of you. I am going to, look, it looks like a lot of you out here. I got slammed. Oh, Greg, don't get rid of the midday, a live stream. North Star 2, the reserve requirement for the banks is 0. Exactly. Let's talk about that for a moment before I let you go. Think about what North Star 2 just said. The reserve requirement for banks is 0. 0. What am I telling you? Look, you see, I'm starting to sweat. I'm starting to freaking sweat. If in fact, let's just touch on this again, okay, for maybe those of you that are new here, okay? If in fact any central bank, let's talk about the Federal Reserve, wanted to actually stop inflation today, not tomorrow or sometime in the future. They're raising rates because some miracle is going to occur. At one point, a freaking miracle is going to happen, and that's when inflation is going to finally drop. No. So if we understand that these banks are being allowed to by the Federal Reserve have zero capital in reserve. If the Fed were to say, okay, banks, you're going to need to hold 10%, 15%, 20% in reserve, we could contract the money supply overnight, and inflation would go away. Why is it, in your opinion, that our mummified, zombified, brain dead, probably high on God knows what kind of drugs he is, president isn't mentioning that, but he's touting these jobs numbers? Really, that's what he's doing, telling you how great our economy is. Kidding me? This is what I'm talking about. This is what drives Greg Mannarino out of his freaking mind. I can't handle it. I can't. Look, we have no representation anymore. Tell me again why we're paying taxes. Why are we paying these imbeciles to run our government? No, because they're not the government. Who's the government? It's the freaking Federal Reserve. You and I have nothing anymore. We don't have anybody to represent us. It's you and I, and we got each other, and that's all who we have. That's it. Understand what I'm talking about? Exactly. Easy, Greg. Edward. Yeah, I get freaking so worked up. You have no idea. I'm sweating like a dog. Speaking of dogs. All right, look. I'm going to get going. I will see all of you later. Post-market wrap up. I have some things I'd like to talk about later, but we'll carry this on. Look at this guy. Isn't he just too much? I'll see all of you later. Thanks for being here. Love you all. I'm gone.